can't figure out how to actually construct it.
I'm really okay, but look at you've got your logo. Hold on. Go okay, up top. So scroll up to the top there. Okay, before we get started, I'm turning off the screen and we're gonna just do a little intro. Hi. We're live, by the way.
Oh, yay. Hello.
Um, I just clicked live. I gave you
Right.
no choice in the matter. We're going to be building a website. This is the day 2 of this, building a website for coaches in Wix. And we are excited to do this. This is our second day. So we sort of, what did we do last time? If you guys want to, if anybody out there is watching wants to catch up, there it should be on our website, also on our social, on our Facebook, on and YouTube. But day 2, Jen is the first day we just did the quick template, nuts and bolts, and she's had 2 weeks to work on it and on her own without any assistance or help from anybody. And then and Jen, share how that's been for you.
Well, it's been rough because it's been frustrating because I can't figure stuff out. Or maybe I just think that I can't figure stuff out and get frustrated quickly and then quit. But I feel like I spent a lot of time trying to figure stuff out with not a lot to show. I mean, there's definitely some stuff to show. We didn't leave it the way we left it last time, but I'm not super impressed with how far I got. Maybe I'm being critical. I don't know, but that was my experience.
But well, the good news is you'll be able to ask questions here, right? And
Yep.
you've been working, you've been tooling around on the backside of things, and I'm sure you've learned more than you realize. So we're gonna go ahead and share the screen, and let's talk about. If you want, take me through whatever you want to take me through. You're in charge now.
Okay.
I'm here to help.
So I still am trying to figure out what I want this homepage to really be. So there's, I've added a little bit of stuff here. I do like the idea of having my service offer right on the main page. I decided there's no reason to send people to another page. Let's keep it right here. So I added that there. Now I don't have any buttons or anything. I just was following the template. And then I added this, which I don't like and I want to take out. I just haven't gotten a chance to. Because I realized I wanted to add a frequently asked questions page. And that's where I want to have all the stuff, like how much does it cost? And do I offer any discounts, or do I do a sliding scale, anything like that? So I have a lot that I've written that I want to put in that frequently asked questions page. My goal is to get all of the information to my potential client up front. So when they reach out to me, they're serious. They already know all the basics.
So where do you want to start today?
Let's start with, I guess, if we're on the homepage here, like, I don't know what to do with this space right here.
Okay. So,
like I want it to flow in the same manner that this part does. And right now it just looks like there's a little gap, but I don't want those pictures to be connected either. I want there to be something here.
So scroll up a bit for me at the top here. So genuinely concerned, what is possible for you?
I don't know if that's going to stay. I don't really know what's going to be there.
So what I'm going to tell you is if we are looking at this from the perspective of somebody who is just coming onto your site, but they know who you are, right? At this point, most people have some general idea, or they've been brought there because of an ad, or there's something that has gotten them to your site. So there's typically some level of awareness going on. But I would want to see, if you were in one of my meetings with me and you said, I built this site and I'm curious, and we had a 30-minute meeting together, I would say at the top there, that I want that to be talking to me, whoever your ideal client is. And I want it to be really directly speaking to their language. And I know we did some work together about that verbiage, about that language. So that is what I would have, that we want an emotional, I would call it an emotional hook.
Okay.
So it's that tap into, I understand you. This is this is where you found the right place. This is it. I get what you're going through. And this is, of course, not what you're going to write, but this is the idea. And here is the first step.
Okay.
I want to see a button before anybody has to scroll. Like, I want to see a button underneath what is possible for you.
Right.
I want a button right there for sure. Where that can take us, we can figure that out.
Okay.
I also want your search bar not to be hiding your menu.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Quick edit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Can I
I think we'll leave that. I don't think you have to move that. I think that can stay. Click in there.
So click in.
Can you get to that menu? How do we get to that menu?
Manage menu.
There we go.
Okay.
And now we're going to bring that menu down a little, right? Well, I don't think. Well, yeah, you can do it that way. You could have just clicked it too and just dragged it down instead of making it wider, but
I don't like how big that search bar is. Really big. Is that always going to be there?
You can make the search bar smaller too if you want.
Yeah, I didn't even put that in. How did that even get there?
I mean, I like a search bar. Search bar's handy, especially if you have a blog.
Okay. Well, then we'll leave it.
I've got no issue with the search bar, but hold on. Let's close that left side, X that on the left. I want to see how we're lining up with everything here. So I would, instead of, go back to that menu and make it smaller again. So you're just doing the click drag down arrow, click drag that arrow back up. I know you're going to be like, Brooke, why? So now I just want you to click on it. Just click on that in the middle. I want you to notice something about your cursor. So see how your cursor turns into an X with 4 arrows? See the difference? So the X with 4 arrows means I can move this. That means that's a big symbol for moving. So just click it and move it. Or you can also just use a down arrow and move it down instead of making it bigger. So click and then. Hi, Ann White. Ann White says it sounds like she relates to your struggle. It sounds just like her. I would just drag it down a bit. And the reason for that is, of course, that we want to so I think that's good. Now we've got your logo overlapping that a bit. So we do want to make that header, the header that part of the site a little bigger. Yeah. Right. And it came in on the sides. It was stretched out, I thought, and now it's back. It might have changed when we sometimes the quirks. So now just click into the header so that we're out of that. Let's see what happens here. And then now in this case, you can go ahead and use that drag arrow because we need to make it larger. It's not about moving it, it's about making it larger. There. Great. How does that work for you? That works. Okay. The search bar is just so big. It's like bigger than these. Make it smaller. Click into that search bar. Okay. Should be able to. Remember, if it doesn't let you click into it, pull up the layer. Oh, there it is. Now, okay, you can go to the corner of that search bar. This time, go to the corner, and see how your cursor has changed again. Yeah, you can make it smaller. And I might move it over a smidge so that it's sort of in line with the G in your blog. Okay. Or this blog. So that's just me. Perfect. Great. That works. Okay. Okay. So let's scroll down now. All right. So that was helpful in what I need to put in this first block. Speaks directly to ideal client, emotional hook. I understand you. You found the right place. Here's the next step. I can do that. Okay. Awesome. So now we have this space here. Right. And we like the picture below. You want the picture to stay below, right? That's the. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I needed something that I thought kind of
showed a little bit of me, but like not too much. And I wanted it to kind of feel like serene. I wanted it to also feel like, I don't know. I liked the colors. I'm not really sure if it's the right photo. And then I was trying to kind of blend the colors here.
So let's scroll back up. Let's take it one thing at a time here.
Okay.
So there's a couple things we can do. This picture is pretty dark, ultimately.
Okay.
You can put writing over the picture.
Yep.
If we want.
Yep.
We could put it on the side. We could crop part of it and have her be over a little bit and have writing come out in front of her. And that could be another area where you are talking about what it is that you do or who it is.
Perfect.
What it is that you do. Scroll up though. I also think that you want here there to be something in this space here before we get to that photo, right?
Well, I think so, because if not, that's all going to be together, and I don't think that's going to.
Perfectly fine. So go over on the left side there. You have the plus option. Add elements. Go to one. There should be one there that says strip. Yes. What options does it give you under strip? So like, just look at the different kinds of strips you can do. This serves for some motivate or some inspiration here, right? So there's a featured strip. This is like if you've got an offering. So if you had something you wanted to download, a way to capture their information right there. If it was, there's also, that looks like a testimonials or a quote on that one.
Yeah, that would work.
Keep scrolling. You're going to see different things. So like you see like our story. So this is a great source, and we can just pick one of these and place that there, and then change the color, change the look of it so it matches your brand.
Okay. So I'm thinking the quote one could work.
Okay.
At least for now.
For now, let's go. So go ahead and grab that quote one. Scroll on down. That one right there. Boom.
Okay.
Now, what I want you to do though is we want to make sure it fits in there nicely. It's where we want it to be. There's still that gap. That's fine. We can get rid of that gap. So click on the photo below. And we're going to drag that section up. So we want to see those arrows. There we go. Just drag it up, and it'll drag everything up.
Okay. I'm not making this up, but I tried to drag this photo so many times and it just wouldn't move. And now it's moving. So I don't know what to say.
Sometimes if that's the case, and you had the arrows there too.
Yes.
Well, that's annoying. Sometimes refreshing your screen. Sometimes there might be something in the way.
Okay.
Sometimes there's a number of things. So let's go back up to that strip. And we can just leave the quote. You can pick a quote when you're ready and add that in. But we probably want to change it so that it's in the color of our website, right? So go ahead and right click. That's always a great trick there, is to right click on that.
Right click.
Change strip background.
Oh. Change strip background.
And now you can pick a different color for it.
Let's go.
And remember, we can always change our font colors as well. So. What will help too is just pick a color for now. Scroll up a little. Yeah, that looks great. I just want you to consider something that you might not be considering. Scroll up a little so that you can see the area above it.
Oh, how it's going to blend?
Yeah, just seeing, okay, do you like how those two colors flow together, essentially? And another trick to see things better is to zoom out. So notice where it says 100% on right above where we're working. So if you zoom out, you can see.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So honestly, I'm thinking I want it just the same background as services.
Okay. So then make it the same background as that.
Okay. Let's see.
So I think because you're zoomed out, you should still be able to get it. Click that, what is the pencil looking thing? So it's, as you go through, there we go. You're going to go to that strip background. Now this is kind of like a different menu because we're zoomed out. So just know it's going to be a little different when you do that. I think it's just that, right? So then we'll change the font colors, right?
Yeah.
And there's also an image or something else there that we'll need to change, but let's just start with the font first. So I want you to go back to zooming in. So zoom into 100, yeah. And then go back and scroll back up to where we were working on that. And let's change the font so we can see it.
Was that the right? Yeah, that was right.
And also, you probably want it in the same font you've been using. So I would.
Yeah, I do.
So X this out where you're at now. Go away. Don't click on anything yet. Where it says paragraph 2, up there where it says paragraph 2, pick one of your already selected paragraphs. So I would say the paragraph 1. So a paragraph 2, put it in your paragraph. So there's paragraph 1. Perfect. That works. And now we're in the same font. Yay. Right?
Okay.
Behind that, there is you can't see it anymore, but there is a big quote mark, right? So go right behind that there. See where it says vector art? Click on that. And now go to settings. Design, actually. Yeah, design. We're going to change the color of that vector art. So go back up to where you were and see where it says opacity and color. There's a box on the right side.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And you can tie in the color that's just above, or you can make it gray. You can do whatever you want with that. And also notice that its opacity is set to 10%. So if you bring the opacity up, it's going to darken it. If you lower it, it's going to lighten it.
Okay.
Okay. So we found something to put there.
Okay.
Now I see this image. And for me,
I see it zoomed out real quick. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better.
So now in that image, for me, that image kind of stands out because it's got a really blue hue to it, and the rest of your website does not. So what my feeling would be is to go ahead and click into that image you have there, and I would like to edit it a bit, but it won't change so click on that strip, right?
So another thing is that I'm realizing, like you said earlier, it doesn't have to be a full page. It could be a cropped page. So it would be half on one side and then the other half could have writing. I just don't know if that's necessary.
So I think what we can do, and we just have a quote above. So what I would want for you to have in here is another button. So because we've gone pretty far without having a button now. I want buttons in every other section. So if whatever that is going to be leading to, so if we have some of the information there, and this is a quote, we have a quote, and then this is if it's a book a discovery session with me or something like that, or it's I can help you, all it takes is this, something like that, but have a little button, an offering here.
Okay.
So I want you to click into this strip.
Brooke, would I want one of the buttons either here or here to go to my about page?
So that if we are sending it to your about page, I want there to be a little taste of a picture of you, right?
Right.
So I would not use this image to send somebody to an about page.
So would you send them to the about page right from the start here or no? No. Okay.
So it's going to have to come down a little lower, but that's okay. It can happen after services, right?
Okay.
So basically, I like to think of a homepage as a table of contents.
Okay.
So if you open up a table of contents in a book, it's a little more thorough than that. You're going to see what's where, essentially. And it's going to give you a little title of that chapter or something like that.
Okay.
We give them a little more in this. It's like a taste. So we'll give them a sample of your about me, a small portion, a summary, a surmise, a 1 sentence, 2 sentences.
Okay.
And then if they want to turn to that chapter, go to that chapter,
okay,
they will click the button and learn more about you. Does that make sense? So
yes.
I like for everything, almost everything, to be represented a little bit on the homepage typically.
Okay. So I love that.
Yeah. So that might be a good way to think of it.
Okay.
So let's go to that photo.
Okay.
And click into that photo. And so we've got a strip here, right? That's a strip, I assume?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's just change that strip background. And let's go to the right where you see where it says settings. There's like next to it, there's this little button. Click that.
What did it do?
Did you click it? Did something happen? There
we go.
So now it's taken us to this photo. I would like you to go to crop and resize.
Okay.
And I want you to grab the bottom corner of that image, the left corner, not right. Bring it up and in, and I want you to leave a little space on her foot. Yes. And now I want to just make it a little shorter too. I guess we don't even have to. As long as we've done this much, we're okay. And now I want you to click save.
Okay, so that was helpful because I didn't know that existed. That little symbol, I didn't know what that was, so that was helpful. So that's to edit the picture that you have placed in. Okay, that's perfect.
And there's a second thing I'm going to show you right now here too as well.
All right, what's next?
Click on the settings now. And I want you to choose where it says color behind image. That box on the right, yeah. And I want you to pick one of the warmer, pinker colors here. Yeah, that works for me. And then go up back into where that image is, or back where so we've selected that, close that. And now I want you to lower your image opacity. So the image lower that a bit. I mean, you don't have to go too far with it, but I mean, I would say, somewhere. So what that's doing is essentially making your image more invisible and bringing forward the color behind that, letting that color behind is saying what color it is. So it's going to, if you choose a color that is more in tune with the colors of your website, as you tune that down,
right,
it's going to come more to the colors of your website, right? We can also now we can put writing right next to her, right? We can go. So you could go to that plus again on the left. On the left side, the left bar over on.
Okay. Add elements. Yes. Yeah. And I would
choose text.
Text. Okay.
And we're going to choose text. We're going to choose our writing. So choose a paragraph, essentially. And you might even add a heading too. Like might probably do a heading one and then a little paragraph under it so that something stands out. That's big, but we can fix that.
Okay.
Edit text. Let's make it more like, let's go even smaller. Let's go heading 3. Like, let's choose heading 3 or 4. Yeah. And let's change the color to white or really light. And I think white's fine for you, right? In this. And then let's hit that plus button again. Over on the left. And now we'll add in a paragraph just below that. So not those paragraphs. We want to go up to the top, our own paragraphs. So there's a difference, right? That could be frustrating for us. Go to themed text. Go back to themed text. Choose one of our things that says I am a paragraph, because that's in our writing. We've already formatted that for us. So put that right underneath it for now. We'll get them to line up in a moment. I'm going to show you a trick to get them to line up, so you don't have to do what you're doing right now. Let's make that writing white as well. Oh, you're trying to animate it. We can animate things, but I think that'll come later.
Okay.
White. While we're here, I want you to make it center justified. So perfect. And then we have an orphan, so we'll fix that in a minute. But I mean, right there. So where it says, go back to the heading text now. I want you to center justify that heading text as well. It's going to send it flying off to the side, but don't stress about it right now.
Okay.
Okay, now I want you to select both the paragraph text and both the heading text.
How?
Hold shift, and then select the heading as well. So now both are selected. I want you to open that toolbar back up that is in the top where it says tools. So click toolbar, check it so we can see the toolbar. There we go. Now we'll click into that toolbar, and there's that one. It's an alignment tool. So you're looking for the alignment tool.
Okay.
Let's see if you can find it.
Alignment tool.
When you scroll over things, it'll tell you what it is. Yeah. Okay. There. Now center alignment. So that one, align to center. Now they're both clicked and they both shot off to the side. That's okay. I want you to just take your arrow and arrow tab it over. So just use your arrow button to go the direction. And if it's moving really slow, you can hold shift and arrow and it'll go faster. Typically. And now we might want to bring it. I think it does. We might move it over a little bit more. And I might bring the heading down a bit, that heading text. So you've got both selected. I would just select the heading now. And just bring it down. And then I would add a button.
Okay. So add element.
You got it. You're getting it.
Button. Okay.
And you see how that yellow, that pink line came onto the screen when you move that button? So move the button. That means it's aligning center.
Perfect.
With the things above it. Yeah. And you can change the size of the button. You know how to do that now, and move it and everything.
Okay. This is so much easier with you present. Like, I wonder if it just has to do with how, oh my gosh. It's just, okay. I'm feeling more capable already.
Yay.
Okay. So let's add a button here before we move on. And then we'll go down to the services part.
Okay.
Okay.
That zoom out tool is fantastic, isn't it? I love that.
Yeah, that's great. Add element. Should all my buttons be the same?
I typically like them the same. There's also, but they don't have to be. I also like to, you can utilize a little bit of neuromarketing when you choose button color. So there are certain button colors that people are more inclined to click than others.
Really?
funny, but I don't know that that is as relevant in this space as it is in others. But there's definitely that is something that is true. Do you mind if I answer this really quick?
Of course not. Go ahead.
I'm going to just mute myself for a second.
Okay. I'm going to kind of keep playing for a second here. Now I'm thinking about the button color. Are people not going to want to click on that button because of the color? What is this? Somehow there's a little learn more. Oh God, what did I do? I'm going to undo whatever I just did.
Okay. So what just happened? Yeah. And luckily you know how to undo.
I just found this learn more down here. I don't know where it came from.
Just delete it. Just get rid of it. I have a small emergency. Okay. So I'm going to have to hop off probably.
Okay. Okay.
And I apologize for that. So
that's all right.
But
I feel like you gave me a decent amount to work with.
Okay, amazing. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you to everybody out there watching. I'm sorry I have to end it this way, but I've got to quickly handle something. So
yeah. No worries.
Bye.